So what I was gonna say was, I think legalizing prostitution would do more for society in regards to reducing mass shooters, mass murders, than than taking away weapons from people. Then you know what I mean?
That's an interesting hypothesis.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
What do you think about the effect that it would have versus legalizing, let's say, marijuana and narcotics in general?
Oh,
yeah, like they've done it in like European countries. I think they did it in Portugal.
Or
they decriminalized, like heroin and shit, and it's been safer and they've had less overdoses. And
comparing it to prostitution or comparing it to?
I'm saying comparing it, like prostitution
to
legalize that versus let's say at least decriminalizing like all narcotics.
Wow, I think they're on the same page.
Both delicious vices, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and they're natural though. That's another, natural urge is not, you shouldn't punish a way of life.
Totally.
No, yeah, I think
same with processed opium.
Oh yeah, well for sure. Shit, isn't it true in some countries they allow people to, if they feel like being a drug addict, being a heroin addict, they give them the resources to do so.
Well, maybe not the resources, but there's health resources. That's what I'm saying. I think in Portugal or something, because they had a huge problem with it back in the 80s and 90s, and then and even into the 2000s. I think it's fairly recent that this happened, but they've seen a huge drop.
They built a huge safety net instead of a bottomless pit type thing.
Sure. Yeah. Well, they have the socialized medicine, so I mean, it's good and bad. I feel like it's one of those things. If you have socialized medicine, if healthcare is completely free for every human, you get a fucking hangnail and people are gonna go to the ER.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be some checks and balances within.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess, from what I understand, as far as the military is concerned, for example, when you're next to a base, the medical services on the outside of that base, dental care, for example, or eye care, for example, those are high in what they call private pay. Those are cash transactions. And the reason for that is because the military on base, they use their benefits, but they have to use it with their military doctor, and a lot of them are booked out a couple of months because they service only, these thousands of people, and those thousands of people can see only those doctors in that area, right? So they go out to other eye doctors, they go out to other dentists, and they pay with their own money because they can get their services rendered quicker, and with a better product. I mean, I still got a filling in my mouth from the military.
Yeah.
So, it's the only metal in my mouth. It's the only, technology, and I have fillings that were from before.
Wait, so do they have a school of dentistry in the armed forces?
Yeah.
Is it armed forces dentists?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. There's.
Are they a part of squads, or do they just chill at the bases and do dentistry?
I don't know as far as deployment is concerned. I'm sure they've got emergency out, but at every base, yeah, absolutely. There's at least at every base I ever went to, there's always a Navy doctor that you go.
Interesting.
To see, and that Navy doctor could go and refer you to the dentist, right across the hallway or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. But so it's interesting if everybody has the same coverage. It seems as if there's not enough bandwidth.
Right. Well, that's the
so
thing.
to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, there just aren't the resources to treat everyone. And that's the thing what I'm saying too is we're in such a panic over the flu. Flu season is the worst thing to happen ever. And yeah, people still die from the flu, but look at versus the early 1900s even. So, do you want to tell everyone what's going on? We just decided to lounge.
Yeah,
Stretch it out.
No longer sitting on the couch.
Go half lotus, go full lotus.
Decided the floor was more comfortable.
Oh, stretch it out. Go full Burt Reynolds if you want.
Oh, man.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Well, as far as you running 13.1 miles, that's pretty gangster. And then you sea walked across the finish line.
I did sea walk, and there was a point in the race where they had like a catwalk over the race course, and this guy like took a ladder and was up in the middle taking pictures, and I saw him up there, and as I was going through, I threw up the LBC gang sign, and he just like immediately put his camera down and just shook his head. He was like, "This son of a bitch, not on my watch. I will snap no pictures of gang signs."
He's like, "I know what that means. That means
awesome.
Trouble."
Yeah.
It's funny. What a great time that must have been.
I had nothing to lose. I was already like cramping up hella bad at that point.
How far into the marathon did it take you before you were like, fuck, I should have decided to not do this?
20 miles. Mile 20.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I started doubting like everything I thought in my life before.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've heard that after people run super long distances, when they piss, it looks like super dark afterwards.
It was pretty dark.
Like bright.
I was staying pretty well hydrated though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the cramping was due to like not having enough whatever the fuck potassium or water like in my cells. I think it was just I was toast. Like I hadn't trained enough.
Yeah.
Maybe sucked back a few too many tall ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But it was great. I made it.
You ran the entire 26.2?
No, I was hobbling /
Well, but I know,
crawling /
but you went that entire distance.
Sure, you have to.
That is so interesting.
They actually don't let you out of the course.
I thought it was a half marathon, to be honest with you.
You must finish.
Wow.
They have like people lined up like all the way along the 26.2 miles, and they all have like blunt objects, clubs, golf clubs, bats.
They got trucks rolling up from behind.
Like those little souvenir bats
people
you
like
get at Dodger Stadium, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, so, and they won't let you off the course.
Beating war drums and shit.
But then they're also handing you like Oreos and bananas and orange slices, water, Gatorade.
Wait, Oreos?
Mm-hmm. I had some Oreos. I had some other like Snickerdoodle cookies along the way. You know, quick energy.
Wow.
They had like, you know, Cliff Bar had little places everywhere. And I think what really hurt me was I made maybe like 5 video updates during the thing. I was trying to go like every 4 miles. And I think just the stopping and the like not keeping running for that whole time hurt me.
Huh.
Because I probably spent 15 minutes of the race like stopping, taking out my phone, doing the video, like sending it out, and then fucking like putting my phone back, put my earplugs in, get my music back going. I mean, and just the cooling down of the muscles and then starting back up and running more, and I think that might have hurt me a little bit.
Well, maybe next time you should get a selfie stick and, you know...
Just give one of those GoPro things where it just sticks out in front of you the whole time. Like, see all my buffalo snot just like coming out.
Yeah, and then you gotta get home and edit that shit.
Set it to some sweet techno grooves.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, you cut out all the empty space where you're not talking. You condense it all together, and you just, you know.
Just a montage of fuck this. What the fuck was I thinking?
Were you verbally abusing yourself during this process?
No. Non-verbally, like internally I was a little bit. I was like, God damn it, like, come on man, just, you can finish. It's like, don't be a little fucker, like, finish this.
Don't you wish you could meet that little person that's inside you that talks shit to you all the time? Don't you wish you could just meet that guy? Like,
I'd shake their hand and say, thanks for the motivation.
I wish I could meet him. He'd be like, hey man, Why do you talk so much shit to me?
How do you know it's a him, you fucking nihilist?
Yeah, dude. This female inside my brain
Maybe it's
just
a
called me
goddess
a
earth
bitch
child.
my whole life. This chick, she's super hot too. I meet her one day. She's like, "Yeah, I'm the chick inside."
Why does the man have to be the voice of authority, bro? Sexist.
That's funny. That is wonderful. Well, how about like the devil and the angel, like the
on each shoulder,
sitting on each shoulder? You know, does that have to be male or female?
No, I don't. Do they have privates? Do they have gender? I mean, they have like male,
I don't
male
know.
and
Do
female
they?
names.
Are they unisex?
Lucifer's a pretty androgynous name, though.
Are they like non-sex? Like, what's the scientific term for non-sex?
Well, in terms of like sexual identity, asexual. But there isn't anybody that on this earth that's, unless you're like a plant, that's born without like sex organs. You know, no matter how you define.
Oh, like
mammals and any animal.
Like a sea cucumber.
Still, I think, has sex organs.
Or like an acorn barnacle.
Those are asexual. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess it would be asexual then.
Hell yeah. You just
starfish.
Impregnate yourself.
Well, I don't think like starfish is asexual because you can just like lop off, as long as you get a little bit of the middle, the circle ring in the middle.
Yeah.
You can lop off a part of a starfish and it'll like grow a new starfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's how it like, I think they do like, they split. It's almost like mitosis or meiosis, whatever.
Whoa.
Where like a cell splits. I think that's what some starfish do, is they'll just like and then grow more tentacles.
Hey, if somebody came up to you and told you that you could do that, if you could like split, and it wouldn't affect you.
And then I'd grow like a new left side and a new right side?
Yeah.
Would I have consciousness in each being?
Would you want it?
Well, I mean, it just opens a mailbag of questions, doesn't it? Like, if I did have consciousness in each being, would it be like white noise where it's just like coming at me from both sides?
Yeah, I'd be like, wow.
Would I be that elevated that I could process
that?
both at the same time? Like I could separate my left and right, and each side could process one?
Yeah,
I guess that's how it would be, because you'd cut right down the corpus callosum.
Corpus callosum.
Tell you what.
I tell you what. You want to check out my corpus callosum?
It's just the densely packed nerve fibers that help the two sides of the brain communicate with each other is all.
It's all. Oh my goodness. Boy, isn't that wonderful?
And that's why, yeah, people have severed, like, both sides, and they can, like, totally do different shit with, like, both sides of their body. And they can, like, write at the same time with both hands and shit.
What do you mean they've severed it? Like,
Like, the two sides of there's nothing wrong with any of the parts of the brain, so they're still, like, sending signals down the spinal cord and everything, but the two parts of the brain can't communicate. Like, that's how we can focus our vision, is because, like, your left and right are constantly, like, you know, making sure your eyes focus, or, like, you know, that's why we can... A lot of the stuff we do is symmetrical, right? Like, it's hard to play piano and play, like, you know, at a different rhythm with your left hand, and, you know, you're playing all this shit over here with your right hand. But if you were to sever that, it would be way easier to do, because it wouldn't be confusing signals. Like, your left would be doing this thing, your right would be doing this thing, not even fucking with each other.
That's interesting.
It would probably be hard to clap, though.
Really? Oh,
sure.
yeah, because you're not... Yeah.
Not only would your depth perception be off, but, like, your... I guess the sense of feel and movement.
Shit. It'd be tough to take a shit outdoors.
Why? How?
Well, think about it. You gotta use both legs. You gotta use both legs. You gotta squat with both legs. They both gotta be even.
That's a really good example.
That could you imagine? Imagine you have a really bad case of diarrhea and your corneus. What's it
Corpus
called?
callosum?
Your corpus callosum is severed, right? And your legs don't communicate with each other. And one leg is,
Wait, how did we get at Wes? We were talking about the angels and the devils.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we went there, but it was.
I feel like they'd be characterized by, you could either be like famous people.
Okay.
And like someone could say, Nick Lachey is the devil on my shoulder and Jessica Simpson's the angel. Something like that.
I would really hate that to be my angel.
I just want to be able to say, oh Nick, you devil.
Wow. Okay. Alright. And you could, like, some people could have, like, Jerry Springer.
Sure. I feel like he's pretty fluid. He could be either.
He could be one or the other.
Yeah. Who else could be one or the other?
Oh, are you kidding? There's tons of them. Like,
Keith Richards, guitarist for the Stones.
okay, I don't know much about him. I definitely don't picture a face.
He's a brilliant musician. He's inspired a lot of people. Great blues, rock guitar player. But he's had some dark times, with like drugs and philandering but it wasn't everybody in the 70s. Am I right?
I mean, I've been into drugs before, but I don't know about the philandering.
Yeah.
What's all the philandering about? How do you do that?
I don't know. You just philander.
Do you sign up somewhere, or do you just go right outside your door and start philandering?
I don't know. But he's had some rough years. So you could say, like, maybe he might try to tempt you to chase that horse,
Wow. Okay. So he could go both ways.
But he's also like a brilliant luminary in the rock and roll world, so I'd put him more on the angel side myself.
Okay. But fluid. Well, since you're in that music vein, you could say somebody like Puff Daddy, for example, P. Diddy. He
or
could be one of
Beyonce, more notably, more recently.
Or even better, Kanye, more notably.
Sure. And Kanye, of course, he's got all that like biblical imagery anyway. So,
dude, I can't believe how many fans Kanye had. Okay, so his music
I'm
is
a
good.
fan of Kanye.
Yeah, but come on, I mean,
well,
really? Are you really a fan of his?
Yeah, I am.
You gonna come see him when he comes to town?
No, probably not. But
did you buy his new album?
The Life of Pablo? No.
Did you fucking get that shit illegally though?
No.
Really?
I literally don't have that album.
Interesting.
Nor have I heard any of it.
Neither have I.
But I'm sure it's great. Like, everything he's put out musically has been great.
I don't particularly like a lot of his music. There's a couple of key songs though that are undeniable.
Do the wire. When he's straight up, he's flowing with his jaw wired shut.
Really? I don't know if I've heard that one.
Oh yeah, it was like his first, kind of one of his first solo hits. Before he this was after he was doing beats for Jay-Z. He was producing for Def Jam and shit. Yeah, Through the Wire. It was he was in this crazy car accident and almost died, and his face was all fucked up. And his jaw was wired shut, and he wrote this song, and got in the booth talking about having to drink his dinner and shit. It's pretty dope. It's.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe you.
But I don't know.
I'll take your word for it though.
Look, he's an artist, right? Would you at least say that he's an artist?
Absolutely.
And
like I told you, there's a couple of his songs that are undeniably good.
Yeah. Well, and artists are a lot of times to be creative, to have that that spark, you definitely are not of the normative mind. Like, you don't act like most people. You don't say things that most people would say, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I think that's part of it. That's why I kind of give him a pass. It's like, yeah, he's narcissistic and crazy, and, you know, I don't know if crazy is even the best word to use, but he definitely has, I can see how people don't like him, you know, I totally, like, I can see that. I'm just saying that I like him.
Yeah. Well, no, he's definitely an artist. I'll give you that. And he's, like I said, a couple of his songs are undeniably good. For the most part, I don't really appreciate his personality, and that's where because anybody that's in my point of view, anyways, and that's in the public spotlight has any way of sway and opinion one way or the other, comes off as an asshole, you know, to the majority of people out there. Even some of his fans, you know, acknowledge
They might be an asshole.
that he might be an asshole. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know, I think that they have an opportunity to you know, be an example and not just be an asshole like everybody would expect somebody to be with money.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of stupid and angry and like just people that I wouldn't want to deal with all the time. And if you're a public figure of that like nature, you're gonna have to deal with like the shittiest of people for a lot of the time because you're dealing with more people than most. And I would be like, fuck you guys too, kind of, you know? Like, I can't imagine that were I in his shoes, like with my personality and what I know, that I would react much differently to all the like negative attention. Because I'm sure he does good shit. Like, we know he does good shit. He makes good music at least. From what I can tell, he's a pretty damn good father. I mean, husband, you know?
The rumors are he's $53 million in debt.
Whatever. We're all in debt. I heard a car commercial the other day on the radio that was like, hey, and don't worry about a little credit. Who cares about debt anyway? This shit upset her. Wait, what was it? Fuck. It was so predatory and like, basically it was to the extent like, dude, nobody's got good credit. Don't even trip. Like, I was like, what? No.
Yeah.
That's fucking predatory. It's probably like a 21% APR loan or some shit.
Like one of my first credit cards.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, U.S. Bank. I hope you hear this.
Yeah, Capital One.
You gave a fucking 18-year-old kid a credit card with a $6,000 spending limit, and then when he got closer, you were like, oh, we'll just bump it up to 9. No problem. Thanks for the $8,000 in interest. Cocksuckers.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
My credit cards were only $500 and $1,000.
Pay that shit off, though.
That's just long gone.
I got baller credit now.
Yeah.
Credit Karma.
That boy.
I got like white person credit.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Totally.
You just fucking plastic everywhere, man. That's all you gotta do. You gotta just funnel your purchases to your credit card and just make payments on your credit card every month, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In what circumstances do you always need cash?
When you're at a cash-only bar, the strip club.
Well, I mean, for you. Is
When
that
I'm at
often?
a cash-only bar.
Is that often?
No. Well, actually, cash-only, yeah. There are a few joints here in Long Beach that I'll go to that are cash-only. They're cool, though. Because the cool thing about that is, it's not like I'm going to take out $100 for the night. I can take out like $40 and like limit the amount of wasted I get. You know?
That's bad.
Because if I have a tablet, well, I mean, you know I've had problems with drinking in the past.
Yeah.
Still probably do.
No. No. Not like you used to.
No, definitely not like I used to. That was all bad.
You don't piss the bed anymore.
No. Not.
I mean, not that I would know, right? I'm just saying that sentence came off as if I might have known.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been a bedwetter.
Well, I think there's a difference between being a bedwetter and a drunken bedwetter, right?
I feel like it's more socially acceptable to be just a bedwetter without the drunken.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like, if you're a drunken bedwetter, you're just a fucking mess of a human.
Huh.
So get yourself together, be a goddamn adult.
I don't know. I still thought you were pretty cool.
Oh, really? Thanks, buddy.
I don't quite understand what it is about our society that makes it okay to go and be fucked up drunk wise, but not be totally fucked up like marijuana wise or shrooms wise.
Oh, I know.
Or even like I've heard of this new thing called, or not new, it's new thing. I'm sure it's old, but it's new to me. They call it microdosing LSD.
Oh, this is like a little bit at a time?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I think I got jacked of my wine key at some point.
Wow.
I was gonna open this bottle of wine, and I know I have one. Huh. Oh, there it is.
There you go. I was gonna say, how you plan on getting that thing open? Is there a way?
There is.
What do you do?
You need like a rubber-soled tennis shoe and like a brick wall. And you put this in the bottom of the shoe, and you just bang it against the wall, and the rubber from the shoe not only like softens the blow, but it creates this reverb that pushes the air within the bottle against the cork, and it slowly like inches the cork out, and then you pop it out. I've never actually done it myself, but I've seen it like on YouTube, and it's dope. It's like fucking physics in action.
Wow. I mean,
I prefer this method though. I don't think my neighbors would want me just like.
yeah, just banging wine, a bottle of
Like,
wine in
sorry,
the shoe.
sorry for all the banging.
They're like, hey man, you were having a good night last night.
Sorry for bringing all the banging to Casa Elegante. Would you like a glass of wine? Like you're not down usually.
No.
Would you like a glass of water?
If we could get me some water, it'd be awesome.
Shallow.
So how you like living in Long Beach, Kep?
Love it. I endorse the city like they're paying me.
Like they're paying me.
I'm a huge fan of this town.
How'd you come to find it? I mean, obviously, it's,
Like,
it's written into our pop culture, obviously. With so much drama in the LBC. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, Snoop. Like, really, that's... And the fact that I didn't want to live in Orange County.
You just knew when you moved down here to Southern California, you just knew that you wanted to live in Long Beach. You definitely didn't want to live in Orange County.
No.
What gave you all those impressions?
I don't know. I just like the vibe I felt. Like the people I met here versus the people I met in like Newport or well, it just seemed more my speed. Just felt right, Wes.
Well, I like
just
it.
Felt right.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
I mean, I wish they would do something about the parking.
What, like create a bunch of bat caves?
That'd be so badass.
Or like it just... Have you seen it? They do that in like, or Japan or China?
Oh, I don't know. Do they? Do they go below the street?
I think they have like dual street parking where it like you press a button and like if your car's on the top or the bottom it'll like so you can drive your car out and it'll like go back down.
No way.
So they can fit like instead of out here there's 4 cars in front of the apartment, they can fit 8 because one would be underneath.
I could be done with that.
Totes.
That shit would be so expensive though, and you'd have to get legislation.
And unnecessary. Like the reason why I think it's in just a really densely populated nation where you think this is bad. Try doing this, but everybody's got a moped and you still can't park.
Oh my god.
Or like a smart car, like.
Dude, when was the last time you went to Disneyland?
I was like 8.
Man, you should go. We should actually just go take a trip. It's not that far away.
I would go to Disneyland and eat mushrooms.
Dude, I'm down. Let's do it.
Cool. Not like a shitload, but just like a little.
A little bit, sure.
A little bit.
Okay. Stroller parking. Oh my god. That's what made me think of Disneyland. Yeah, stroller parking. Please park your stroller here.
Go like onto the rides or
yeah, like so if you need to get the kids out, leave your fucking stroller there. Like if you need to get on Space Mountain or if you need to go to, I don't know why you would bring any child that's in a stroller onto a ride, but parents allow oversized children in these strollers, right? So they don't have to walk around all day.
Ew.
Hear them complain.
Fuck that.
Okay.
Childhood obesity is up.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
In related news.
Right? But yeah, stroller parking, dude. So there's signs everywhere. This is not a stroller parking area. Like you'll see a sign for that.
Oh
then you'll see a stroller parking area and you're like, holy shit. Look at all of these strollers.
It's like a biker bar.
Dude,
when they have
literally like a biker
rows.
bar. Just rows and rows of strollers. It's so great.
Yeah. And some badass 7-year-old comes by and just kicks over one stroller and it knocks successfully like a bunch of dominoes each stroller over.
I'm actually disappointed that I haven't taken any
pictures. Some 7-year-old that hates their mother.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what were
You
these?
never took me in a stroller to Disneyland, Mom! No, I'm good.
They're good.
We're
never do this again. Fuck this place. Kick a stroller.
You paid for the Mickey ears with my name misspelled because it was $5 cheaper, you bitch.
Awesome.
I bet they have. Do you think they have like a discount bin of Mickey ears where they're like fucked up on the name? Or do they just burn them because Disney can't have any errors in the system?
I think I've shipped them to Africa and Indonesia and shit and keep people warm.
Where the kids are wearing the Carolina Panthers 2016 Super Bowl championship.
Same village.
Cool.
I think there's one village that gets all that cool shit.
Oh.
Carolina Panthers Super Bowl 2016 champions. That's so awesome. Did you hear about the new UFC fight? The one being announced? Just announced yesterday?
Mm-mm.
Damn it.
Holly Holm against Conor McGregor.
Oh, man. They're on the same card, but that'd be awesome.
Oh, is it, what's his name, Diaz?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I saw something where he was like, oh, everybody's on steroids. Like in the press conference. What's that all about?
The UFC's cracking down big time. Steroids. So, I don't know. I didn't see that interview, so I don't know what he said or what he was alluded to, but if he's referring to Conor, I think he's kind of out of his mind. I was watching last night, I was like, alright, I've not even looked into Conor McGregor before, and so I went on to YouTube and looked up Conor McGregor highlights. Because honestly, I haven't watched any UFC ever since Anderson Silva broke his leg.
That was rough.
Remember that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we had like mats or something?
I think so.
That was days ago.
It was a long time ago. Matter of fact, Anderson Silva fights this Saturday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he get kicked out for like, or was that someone else for like doing coke or something like that?
No, it's John Jones. But yeah, seems to be a cool thing that's coming back. You know, with Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor and Nick Diaz. They're so vocal, both of them. The UFC is just making leaps and bounds as far as like popularity in sport.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's blown up. I remember when they used to only have those fights, like, you know, like the UFC number 1. It would be like the difference between UFC 1 and 2 was like 6 months or something, you know, and people would be like anticipating it for days.
Uh-huh.
Now it's like every week or something, right? Or like once a month.
I mean, it depends on what packages you get on TV, dude. But they have a fucking MMA channel.
Have they stopped using the number system, or are they on like UFC 385?
Oh no, UFC 197 is this Saturday, I think is what it is. UFC 200 is sometime in July.
Is that the fight of those two guys?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Those two guys are fighting. You're going to be up there, I think, at Maddie's house, right? I think it's May 5th. What day do you go up there?
Oh yeah, I'll be up there early next week.
So, I already told Maddie I'm going to buy it. That fight.
Okay.
It's May 5th.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to spend some time with Cameron down in Oakland. So I might do it that weekend. Because the next weekend, I mean, the whole next week I'm going to be back up home.
Stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, that's the day that fight's on.
Plus, I don't really have much of a stake in the UFC. Like, I'm not... Because I feel like one lucky punch and fucking all of a sudden the champion's dethroned or something, you know? Like...
That's one of the great things about it.
Yeah. Has there... I think we've talked about this before, but has there been anyone who, like, has dominated, like, couldn't be beat for years?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Plenty of people. Actually, Conor McGregor is one of those people right now, but I don't think he's... I think he's been on, like, a recent 3-year run, but...
Okay.
But, like, Anderson Silva, for example, he was on a tear before he broke his leg.
Because that's the thing, like, that, for me, that's one of the indicators of sport where you could, like, leave out any chance and you just dominate for, you know, let's say a 4-year run or 5-year run.
Dude, Brock Lesnar.
Like, that guy was a UFC dude. Fighter?
Fuck yeah.
I thought he was just a wrestler.
He was, but he made the transfer.
Oh.
I think he got beat up once or something. I don't really know too much history. I'm definitely not an expert. But I'm pretty sure he came over, got beat up once or something, and then like he learned that all he had to do was fucking lay on people if he took them to the ground. And if they stood standing with him, he was just big enough to cave their face in. So, like, he was super dominant. But John Jones, the only fight he's ever lost is some technicality. And the reason why he's not fighting right now is some fucking coke thing that I hear he's been cleared for. Mm. And he's been, ever since his suspension, he's been fucking heavy lifting. And he's something that is not done prior in the past.
So he's getting big?
He's got more muscle mass now than he has before. And yeah, so anyway, should be interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's fighting? Is he fighting?
I don't know. What, they don't have him scheduled for anything.
Maybe
far as I know.
They'll have his comeback on number 200.
Number
story.
200.
That's another thing. The storylines. It's like I don't know.
Well,
but every sport
honestly,
does that. I guess like even like football.
It is
and
the
shit.
most pure sport there is, though. Like it is instant feedback, and there's no interpreting it. When you see somebody get their ass beat, they got their fucking ass beat.
Mm-hmm.
Not even, and what really sucks is that they leave some air to the judges if neither fighter finishes the fight.
That's the problem I have is you see those fighters where it's like they want a decision. They don't want like a knockout. And you're like, fuck, come on.
Well, that's not true because they get bonus for knocking out. They get financially spit.
I swear to God, I've seen so many fights where it was just like they're just laying on each other, like dry humping each other's faces for 15 minutes.
That's because we don't, and I feel the same way. It's because we don't understand jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I guess not.
You know, it's the same way, you know, as a golfer, you know how people view watching golf on TV.
Totally. Or baseball, even.
Or baseball, even.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The nuances.
Mm-hmm. So we don't really know what they're looking for. Like a lot of those guys are like shifting their body weight.
But does anybody like watching that?
Absolutely, jiu-jitsu heads. Absolutely.
You think?
I fucking know so.
They want a fucking 5-4 split decision.
Oh no, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, where it's
I
just
thought
like
you were specifically talking about dudes laying on each other, like
for
jockeying
15,
for
15
position.
minutes. I'm saying for like the whole fight, for 3 rounds, 5 minutes each round. Like that shit is annoying.
Yeah, well, if you've got two jiu-jitsu guys going at it, then yeah, that's what kind of fight you got.
Ew, and people watch that. People are like, yeah, right.
That's why you go out and buy.
Punch him.
That's why you go out and buy fights for fighters that aren't like that. Like Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, for example, they're fucking bangers.
They're just gonna throw haymakers.
That's
at
what
each
they
other?
do. They get in
That's
there.
What's up.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's what people want to see, and that's what they're gonna get.
Totally.
But you know, here's the deal. That's what's so great about the UFC is that if you've got, or MMA as a whole, that if you've got somebody who's super dominant with their hands, right, and you throw somebody that's super dominant on the ground, and they know how to just pull guard, where you just you pull up, you clinch, and then you automatically pull them down, and you can work, and dominate them on the ground. You can stop them that way,
It's very gladiator.
Totally. But what would be interesting is if they pulled the gloves from the fighters.
Just bare knuckles?
It's actually that they theorize that it would be safer for their heads. It'd be safer for their brains.
Because there's less like vibration or reverberation?
Mm-hmm. No, more damage to the hands. So you would take the reason why people wear gloves is to protect their hands. They don't wear gloves to protect their brains.
I always thought it was to protect the head.
No, it's to protect their hands, and I always thought the same thing too. But I started listening to people who knew what they were talking about, and
Oh, so is that why those bare knuckle boxing matches used to go like 180 rounds and shit? Is because they're just like, ow. After a while, it's just like every punch you throw, like, oh, it stinks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if they're bare knuckle and boxing techniques only, absolutely. See, if you allow people to elbow, knee, and kick, now you've got a whole array of weapons to use. If I was in the ring and we're allowed to, if we're not gloved up, but we're allowed to either punch or elbow, you best believe I'm using my elbows.
Can't you not do that?
You can in the UFC, but and I think in that example where they go 180 rounds or whatever the fuck,
it's just boxing.
I think they're only boxing techniques. You're supposed to keep it at standing, and you're not
allowed
to elbow people.
I see what you're saying.
Exactly right.
Cool.
So that's what's cool about the UFC is that they have checks and balances. There's inherent checks and balances. So if somebody's overly dominant in one area, of standing, then if somebody's can come in and beat them at their ground game, if you can get them to the ground.
And snap their tendons, all their tendons in their elbow.
Yeah, or make them surrender.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I hate seeing guys guys in the NBA where like their leg fucking comes up and kicks them in the face from the side. I hate that shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's,
I feel drawn to it. I don't know why.
I
Maybe
do
it's
too.
maybe it's that like it's not me thing.
Yeah, and just like maybe wonders of the human body. You're like, damn, all that shit happened, and there was like the skin wasn't even broken. Like when you see someone's like knee turn into a bag of marbles, and, you're just
there's
like,
no blood.
What? How is there no blood? Like,
I know that shit is tore up in there.
yeah, how did it not just come off, like rip off, like a fucking cartoon?
Skin is a wonderful thing.
God,
The skin
damn.
holds it all in, buddy. The skin's your fucking grocery bag. It's a grocery bag for your meat sack.
Cool.
I mean, it is your meat sack. It's your backpack.
These Banana Republic jeans are the grocery bag. Eat your heart out, world.
What's that reusable grocery bag?
Yeah.
Where's Kendrick?
He's almost here. They just wrapped.
Oh, right on.
Working on Rosewood.
Hell yeah. Does he like knows famous people, huh?
Yeah, he works with like. He was working with Morris Chestnut
I don't
today.
even know who that is.
He's in like every movie that Taye Diggs has ever been in.
I don't even know who Taye Diggs is.
He's been in every movie that Omar Epps has ever been in.
Oh, I know who Omar Epps is.
He's in the Q and Bell
Oh my god,
what the
that's
fuck
so
movie
funny.
is that? With Tupac, Juice. Omar Epps is Q, right?
I can't say for sure, dude. My memory, I reserve my memory for more important things, like weird sex laws.
Well,
for example.
yeah. I've always wanted to do like karaoke, and do like a Isley Brothers song or like a Four Tops Temptations song, and before I go on, be like, you might recognize this movie or this song from every movie that Taye Diggs has ever been in.
And then, but you think here, you have to continue down that road and be like, and if you don't know who Taye Diggs is, well, he's been in every movie. And he's been in every movie that Omar Epps has been in.
Come on, you know the plot. Like, there's a wedding, and maybe like somebody gets mad at somebody else, and also like some
While
other
they're
stuff
shooting
happens.
basketball.
And then they're just like sitting around just laughing, clowning on one of the other guys, and he's like, "Whatever, you guys, I'm still the man." But that guy really has like the hottest girlfriend on the way. He's got like Nia Long.
Right. Like he's got the tone.
He's Carlton.
He's Carlton. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm surprised I don't know who this Taye Diggs is, even after knowing that he's been in every Omar Epps movie. Are you gonna Google? Are you gonna Google image me right now?
He was in How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Okay.
No.
No.
Come on, he's so handsome.
Oh, I know who Taye Diggs is.
Yeah. Everybody knows who Taye Diggs is.
Thank you, Google image. Dude, I'm waiting for the day that I can snap a picture of something and ask Google what it is. That's what I want to see.
You can almost do that. I was watching this catfish marathon today at work because I was super busy.
Side note.
And they straight up, like, they'll take these pictures from these, like, catfish's profile, and they'll just drag the picture into the Google image box, and it'll take them to, like, a website or an Instagram or something that has that picture as the profile.
No.
Yeah, Google does it. I was tripping out on it today. I was like, oh, shit, because I guess I never really paid attention. They're like, we'll just do a Google image search, and it shows them just literally dragging this JPEG or whatever the fuck an image is right to the Google search box, like onto the search box, and it just bloop. We found 5 matches for this picture, and it's like God. Instagram and fucking
We're
Facebook and
there.
shit. Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, okay, so we see the catfish's profile, and then here's like the actual person. Like it's
just a matter of time when before companies start just canning their employees for their stupid shit. Like mine, for example, start canning people like me for having such an outlandish social media presence. You know?
No, because they can't. Like, I feel like the ACLU would step in. They're like, hey, whoa, let's pump the brakes a little.
Who's the ACLU?
The American Civil Liberties Union.
Interesting.
They kind of they fight for the little guy.
I feel like we'd have to reach out to somebody to get any like reprieve.
With the ACLU.
That's what I mean.
The Better
Business
Business
Bureau. You have to
Bureau.
reach out to them. It wouldn't be like a, like they're not out there fishing for stories.
No, I think they do, because they've been around for a long time.
I just think it's interesting. I actually kind of anticipate that phone call. Honestly, I really do.
Really?
I do. I anticipate that phone call.
Yeah, I guess I don't get too ratchet on any of my social media.
Describe ratchet.
I don't know, just like baseless, narcissistic, overtly sexual at all the wrong times. That's ratchet to me.
Well, I'm super pro marijuana. Like, you know, I make sure it be known.
Well, if you aren't, you pretty much rooted for Ivan Drago in Rocky 4. So
I don't think anybody got that.
You knew that was what that movie was about, right?
I didn't.
It was about the bigger picture. Ivan Drago was the oppressive Rockefeller drug statutes, and Rocky was, you know, he was the face of sensible drug legislation.
Okay. I like that.
Because think about it, Drago's hooked up to all the, like, machines and shit, and he's, like, pumped with steroids, and, like, he is pharmaceuticals. And Rocky's like, I'm gonna go chase chickens, bro, out in the Siberian tundra.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. And
there's wheelbarrows and shit.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, these dudes from, like, the pharmaceutical are gonna follow me in their car while I'm training? I'll just swim across this frozen river. Peace out, dudes. I'm gonna go probably wrestle some wolves while I'm out there. Because I'm natural.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
Yeah, Sly Stallone's a sharp cat. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but I mean, that may or may not have been a metaphor. It definitely may have been a metaphor for the times, but it didn't stick by any means.
I know, it could be
eventually, Ivan Drago fucking... That motherfucker was resurrected, came back and beat the fuck out of Rocky, dude. Metaphorically speaking.
It could have been, though, that, like, I completely made that up.
That's true, but I mean, I liked that rabbit hole.
Stay with conviction.
Don't pull me out of that rabbit hole, Kep.
All you gotta do is stay with conviction, Wes. People believe you.
Okay, I can dig that.
They said I could be anything.
Yeah.
So I told them I'd be a cult leader.
You should be a cult leader. You'd be a good one.
Yeah,
especially with that hair, dude. People would really take you seriously.
I'd be a pretty good cult leader. Cause I'd be like, I wouldn't take it all seriously.
No,
you know?
you
I feel like too many, Jim Jones took himself too seriously. Manson, maybe not serious enough.
David Koresh.
David Koresh, way too serious, bro. Like you're gonna light people on fire. How about we just all have like orgy parties and have a communal garden? Like,
well, how about like like Mormons?
Do you think they have?
Aren't they cultish?
Yeah, but not like the fun cult.
That's true.
Cause they're creepy about it. They do like the whole, like marrying off 14-year-old girls, especially like the fundamental ones.
You know who I think is a cult, which I'm an active member of. Marriott Rewards members.
Oh my god.
I think it's part of a bigger cult. I mean, these business people, they drive in from out of town, and everybody's there in the middle of the week. But dude, Monday night is the busiest night of the week. Everybody's checking in. Right? Super busy. You'd think Fridays and Saturdays, like Friday and Saturday night in Bakersfield.
Nah, dude. Ain't no party like a hotel party, especially when that hotel party starts on a Monday.
That's right. That's exactly right. You want to be in Bakersfield on a Monday night at the Marriott, let me tell you what.
It's when the cow poop smell is the least.
Especially during football season.
And we get turned up.
They got drink specials, they're talking about happy hour and shit,
They go to the bar to talk about happy hour?
Right. That's what they do. They all gather
That's
around.
what old white people do. That's one thing I noticed as a server in a restaurant. Like, old white people go out to eat so they can talk about the other times they went out to eat.
Remember that one time we went over to the...
What was the name of that place? It was right down around Chili's, but it wasn't Chili's. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, talk about anything. Literally anything. Talk about the bowel movement you had this morning. Like... It was dusty and tiny. Like, that's better than...
Oh my god, you're so funny, you got a point.
They have the best French onion soup. Like, could you imagine if elderly people understood Yelp?
Oh.
There would be so much negativity. It's basically, it would be like Yelp but magnified, because you'd have a bunch of 1 stars and a bunch of 5 stars. And like nothing in between.
Wow, you got a point. Like the day that they integrate the body with technology, where you don't have to pick up your phone and be able to look and see your screen to be able to post or to be able to read, right?
Or just to say out loud,
You just blink.
just say what you're internalizing. Like, this place fucking sucks.
Yeah, it just posts. That post to Facebook.
And it can tell just based on like your tone of voice and like how sharp you were with your syllables, whether you would give it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Who needs arms?
Exactly.
Just have a GoPro holder / selfie stick / food trough that you can just hang in front of your mouth and like.
Who needs arms
We can
anymore?
all watch each other eat fast food from a trough.
Yeah, maybe we are developing into like a no-armed human. You know?
I don't think so.
Did you see these guns?
I don't know if you noticed, but I've been doing yoga a lot.
No, I've noticed. I've noticed you've been expanding and contracting your chest.
Yeah, because I sit in the fucking chair all day and slouch and watch Catfish.
Do you?
For 8 hours.
Why don't you do like? Well, you should make up some like work yoga. You should write.
I
book.
do
You should write a
sometimes.
book called Work Yoga.
Yoga for mattress professionals.
Yes, that's what you need. Yoga for mattress professionals. What would be your first pose?
It would be the downward dog in a coat with patches on the elbows. How to use a mattress bun for adjustments. Flip the beauty rest coil unit over. You can really place your hand. If you can't get down to the ground, just place your hand on the top of that. Really let your fingers just push through the coils. Now we're going to do Ardhan-Dandasana. Pinchamayurasana is probably the coolest pose name.
Pinching Mayurasana.
Pinchamayurasana. Like, go ahead, pinch Mayurasana. See what happens.
I wish you would pinch Mayurasana.
Do you know what it is?
No.
It's where you're on your goddamn forearms. Like so. And your feet are like behind you.
Oh, it's the scorpion pose.
Yeah. It's insane.
Pinch Mayurasana.
Because you're essentially pinching your rasana.
Dude, that right there, that would hurt me. Can you get into that pose?
I don't have the arm strength. Like my elbows want to like either fall forward or back.
Yeah.
I have a hard time keeping it at like that 90 degree. I can do headstands. Not handstands though.
I love how challenging yoga is.
Yeah, dude. I've been sore after the last couple times I've gone.
Yeah, you look like it.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Sorry about it. You look like you've been sore.
Your mom's been sore. Probably after she did yoga, I don't know.
Probably need to do some book writing myself. Some yoga for some car yoga. I think some car yoga is in my future, Kep. Something like try to get in downward behind the steering wheel, but not upside down, so you'd have to reach behind you. You have to lay the seat back, reach behind you, push into the floorboards and push into the ceiling.
I do that sometimes. I'll just like push into the floorboard and kind of tilt to the side.
Yeah.
Get that like lower back hip stretch.
Get that good stretch going on.
Yeah. You can also like stretch your lower back a little bit.
I've been straying away from popping my lower back like with a twist. I haven't done that. I haven't done that in a long time.
I do that all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's great.
So I feel like I don't know. I feel like that damages something somehow. I don't know. Not that it's uncomfortable. It sounds weird. You know, that's your vertebrae. Your vertebrae.
It feels so good though. I don't know. For me, it's like I could have, if I could do that like 8 times in a row. That's similar. Like they say a sneeze is 1/6 of an orgasm or something.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about popping my back. It's about that ratio.
Oh, interesting.
That's amazing.
1/6 of an orgasm. I heard it's 1/16.
Like I'd rather have sex in the morning, but if I wake up alone in the morning and I pop my back, I'm satisfied for sure. Not as satisfied, but certainly it's a great start to my day.
Okay. I can dig it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
You drink coffee every morning?
I actually didn't have any today.
But normally?
Yeah, most mornings.
What kind of coffee do you drink? Or does it matter?
I just drink like medium roast. Black, no sugar, no cream. I like to taste my poison.
I hear that putting butter in your coffee is not a bad thing.
Yeah, butter coffee. Seen some like BuzzFeed article about it or something. I didn't click on it.
Clickbait.
But I saw it. I recognized it and I was like, huh, butter and coffee. And then probably just went back to drinking my black coffee.
You're all
Thinking
butter
it was
coffee.
just perfect.
That's clickbait.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, this housewife learned one secret trick to lower her mortgage.
I love it.
You won't believe these 5 unbelievable Kylie Jenner quotes. Top 8 cats of Instagram.
7 reasons why Robin Williams killed himself.
Oh.
Oh.
Fuck, man.
Right.
That's okay. Oh, jeez. If you could define your life in 3 clickbait headlines, what would it be?
Oh my god. Probably like top 10 reasons why American teens are pissed off.
Oh, this can.
Hell yeah.
Top 15 reasons why Americans are pissed off. Alright, dude, I'll be down. Dude, I love this idea.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
That is
I want to
awesome.
hear the other 2.
Oh yeah, I got.
What would they be? You know, clickbait, like,
Okay.
7 reasons why.
Wes is in the motherfucking building.
What's up, son?
What's up, bro? How you feel? How you be?
I'm really good.
Oh, like good shit. Happy New Year if I
Good
didn't
to
see
see
you. I need this. Wait a minute. You don't have to rewind that, Caleb.
Alright.
One more minute though for you.
How about you? What's your first one? Come on. What's your first one? What do you got?
I think my first one would be like 8 reasons why Caleb's not the ideal basketball player.
Okay. Now, clickbaits. Rewind. What's the word?
So you have clickbait, like it's like that shit at the bottom of online articles that's like, this housewife discovered how to clean her teeth better. Discover how and shit like that. And like we're just like, making up shit.
Y'all are so fucking high.
Hell yeah.
High as giraffe.
Hell yeah, we are.
I love it.
I love that. High as giraffe pussy.
Yeah, we learned that at the, what was that, comedy thing?
Do you want? Would you like some wine, Kendrick?
Of course.
Well, who'd you get that from? What comedian did you get that from?
I don't know, whoever was talking. But my friends have been saying that shit for like forever. So it's not like it's not anything. Oh, this has been like Sasquatch.
Dude, what you got right there, son?
It's a blunt.
Let's do
It's
it.
pancake though, bro.
Oh, well. It'll smoke.
So, the 3 words, what were you saying?
It'd be like 3 clickbait titles that could define your life.
What were yours?
My first one was 7 reasons why you know Caleb Kephart doesn't play basketball.
But has the height.
Yeah.
That's funny. What was yours, Was?
My first one was top 10 reasons why American teens are pissed off.
I'm at to think. You all are nuts.
My second one, you want to know what my second one is?
What?
Take this quiz to find out which member of Boys to Men you are. Share on Facebook.
Man. Goodness.
You need Jesus.
So I've got 2 so far.
I gotta think of one. Let me see.
Oh, man. We all need Jesus. Everybody needs Jesus. Okay. Let me think. Click here to see if you look like Matt Damon.
Dude, I was totally gonna go doppelganger with my last one,
Oh
and
my
I decided to save it.
Oh my god.
I love it.
I'm
my God.
thinking. Y'all got my brain churning.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
No,
I need this after being around vapid people all day for the last 17 hours of my life I can't get back. Let's see, let me think.
there's more too. Oh, man.
You all are fucking nuts.
See why more and more millennials are turning to marijuana for their alternative medication.
That's funny.
That's an interesting question, though, Kep. Right.
Your grandparents are gonna hate this. Who said it? Caleb Kephart, Bradley Cooper, or Jake Gyllenhaal? That one almost read like a Cosmo headline or something. Yeah, it was less clickbait, more Cosmo.
Take this quiz. Answer these questions.
Click here to find out all the side effects of extended drug use.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one for me, definitely.
Hell yeah.
All the things not to do.
This one trick helped drivers in California save $543 a year.
What's the trick?
No, it's just like that's one of the ones I see always.
Oh,
It's
I
always
get
like-
it.
yeah,
Okay,
like clickbait.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Y'all are nuts. And stoned out of this world.
Hell yeah.
Caleb, you almost look Chinese over there.
So tell us what you just came from, Ken.
Well, I just filmed another episode of Rosewood.
What did you get to play?
I didn't get to play anything. I had to handle people's clothes. So what I do is...
Did you dress Morris Chestnut tonight?
No, he has his own. Please, this would be...
What a posh
this party
bitch.
would be in my west wing of my mansion if I had dabbled in that area. But what happens is... So we get a call sheet. So everybody gets a character, whatever you play. I have an itinerary itemized list of your character's wardrobe. So I have to come, when you come, when you call the infotech line, they tell you what time you're supposed to be here, what you're supposed to wear, what you'll be doing, how they going to feed you. They give you the whole rundown of what the day is going to be. On my end, we get a sheet. And it's just like a big closet. And if you fit the character description with what you got on, then you're good. If you don't, then you give us your voucher and we pick something out the wardrobe to give to you. Your voucher is pretty much your pay. And you don't get that back until you finish because people like to steal.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. And I have to sit there and wait all while the production is shooting and once it's wrapped. Damn. So they'll be able to go home like they wrapped an hour ago, but I had to wait in line for people to turn in their shit and so on and so forth.
Right. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, not
just that behind the scenes shit.
I love it though.
That's that behind the scenes shit that nobody knows about.
It gets me just so going.
I'm glad you made it, friend.
Dude.
I was telling Wes about the Comedy Store the other day.
Oh my god, that shit was fucking hilarious.
So good.
Yeah, how cool, dude.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, pay $15 and see fucking Chris Rock.
Yeah. And
David Spade.
It was David Spade. Like,
Kendrick almost got us kicked out because he's like texting everybody like, in the middle of Rock's set.
I couldn't. Like, he just walked on stage. I texted like 50 people before they told me to put my phone on.
Oh, why? What? Did somebody come up and say something?
Yeah, somebody was like, could you please put your phone away, sir? I'm like, fuck, it's Chris Rock. Like,
and that's probably the only comic where they would have said anything.
Right. Because after he left, they didn't care.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit. What's up with you,
no.
In Vegas? What's going on in Vegas, buddy?
I was just out there fucking training with somebody, dude. I was just, there's a dude that covers that territory out there, and he's super analytical and knows the job inside and out. He's been covering that territory for like 14 years. And
that's what's up.
He had a couple of powerful meetings lined up, and it was cool to be part of it. So, yeah, I stayed at the Hard Rock. I never stayed at the Hard Rock before.
How was it? You like it?
Dude, for $100. No shit. I mean, I had obviously two queen beds or one king that they gave me, two queen. And this bedroom was linked to like a living room area, right? And a whole like kitchenette set up. And then...
So it was like bigger than my apartment.
It was like the same size as your apartment.
Damn.
But like, instead of that all being kitchen, that's all fucking bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And the bathroom is the kitchen.
Okay.
And literally the shower is fucking half the bathroom.
Did they have one of those shower to bedroom mirrors? Have you been in one of those hotels? Like, it's so sexy. It's like, this is your bed, this is the headboard. But on the opposite side of this, if you go into the bathroom, the other wall will be the shower. But all this is see-through. So while you're laying in the bed, you can just look back and, like a lot of these fancy-ass hotels out here have them. I've seen a couple of them a couple of times.
Whoa.
I'm surprised the Hard Rock doesn't have one. That's an old hotel, though. That's been around for a minute.
I didn't notice it, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't there.
Yeah, you probably weren't paying attention.
Yeah, it's likely because that shit was fucking nice.
Next time, check it out.
Yeah. It had one of them, actually had one of them shower heads, dude, where, like, number one, the main shower head was the one where you could pull off the wall, but there was that huge shower on the ceiling that was like ridiculously large, and I couldn't get it to work. Oh, wow. I was super disappointed. I wanted it to rain on me.
I'm done. I'm so done.
I've never,
as it stands.
I've never.
As it
I mean,
stands.
you know.
I mean, you know, everybody
Doesn't everybody have that fantasy?
I've never been there, done that, dude. You gotta come up, get your game up.
I'm talking about a shower though. No, I'm talking about like a water shower. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, those two. Polo water sports. Marco.
Hey, what I
Polo.
want to know is though, like if that was the only shower head available, like if the only one that was directly vertically above you. So, anytime you want to soap up, you have to take your body and step all the way out of the water in order to soap up, or you.
But you have like a 200 square foot shower. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, that's
Well,
true too.
because
It would
sometimes
be like
you're
half
cold.
shower, half sauna.
Because sometimes you're cold.
But if you have the water super hot, it just creates a sauna like atmosphere.
I guess that's true. Also true. I'm gonna open this gum real quick
Cool.
because I have this like infatuation with cinnamon gum right now. I can't tell you what it is, but I'll eat like a whole pack on one like 5-hour drive.
Damn. Is that how long it took? You left at like 4?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
Kendrick, I was thinking we should do like, cause I know I for sure have like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, right?
Oh my God, are we doing this birthday thing again? I'm getting to the point where
Oh,
I'm
it's
trying
your birthday?
I'm trying to forget it.
Come on.
Well,
It
no,
snuck up on me.
dude, I'm not gonna be able
It's
to.
next till next. It's not till next.
Yeah.
You say what, bro?
No, I'm thinking like in the future going to Vegas.
That's,
We need to get you to Vegas.
That's
He's never been.
I know been there.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know.
It's right
Opportunity.
there.
Yeah, it's like right here.
We gotta get you to Vegas. When's your birthday?
March.
Wednesday.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Well, you knew, like there was no way I was gonna get out to Vegas before.
I'm not even. Vegas isn't on my radar at the immediate at all.
But I'm saying, for sure, I know I have Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, right?
Okay.
Why don't we go out like a Saturday night, like party
Because
Saturday
I'm
night?
in the middle of the week, so I can operate off both weekends
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
effectively.
party Saturday night, chill, pool Sunday, party Sunday night, come home Monday.
You guys should make one of those nights a drag night. Go out and party and drag.
That'd be awesome. I actually look really good in a dress.
Big
So.
arms. It won't go. It won't work.
You still exercising?
Every day.
Yeah, boy.
Like I'm trying, dude. Like, can you tell a little bit?
I'm
Yeah,
done with
actually,
it. Are you guys good?
What's those guns?
Yeah.
You got your ticket? I know you I could get you one.
To the
ticket.
gun show.
Oh, you comp him?
I can call. Have your people call my people.
Okay.
I'll hook 'em up.
Okay. We'll get in touch. We'll get in touch about it. No, we'll make it happen, dude.
Yeah, I'm nuts. Dude.
I'm down.
What are you talking about?
What?
I'm talking about this one.
I'm talking about Vegas.
This weekend.
No, not this weekend.
Next weekend.
No, not next weekend.
Oh, you talking about
I'm gonna be
any
gone
weekend?
for like 2 weeks. I'm talking like in the future. Like
Oh, shit. Of course.
I'm talking about like Memorial Day weekend or some shit like that.
Of course. I'm down.
What are you talking about, Kep?
He's talking about a rant of.
I'm trying to make plans.
Hey, so Kendrick, how'd you get such a sweet ass job, like behind the scenes?
Well,
You're just some sexy ass bitch. You just walked in there and was like, fucking, give me a job.
no. What had happened was a good friend of mine that when I moved here was I don't know if he is or if he was, is an actor. He kind of got out of shape, so he's kind of in the let me get myself back to that point. But a good working actor. And he put me in tune with a couple of people. And by working in the fashion industry, you meet people. And it's just like with PAs, all those people, like, I can come home and be like, I need you guys to come work with me. Like, it's not like it's a hard thing. You just round up your buddies and it's like people you know.
Oh,
And
you
you
don't
get
want me
paid.
out there fucking styling people, dude.
No, not even in that. It's any capacity. Like, you can be a PA or an AD or anything. Like,
okay.
all those little set jobs are 9 times out of 10 nepotism. your family, your friends, my family, my friends, and people
Yeah.
you know, and so on and so forth. That's how they get you in. I haven't been as fortunate enough to get in like how I want to get in yet, because I mean, say if you get in with a show that just started, that's 12 episodes a season. It takes 3 weeks to film one episode, and that's $20 an hour. So you do the math. So some days you're on set 14, 15 hours. So you do that 3 weeks out of the year, and then your show gets picked up, and you working the whole year. So it's money there, and it's definitely worth you if that's what you want to do.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like getting in there.
You got the drive.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like you shared that video, dude.
Which one?
I don't know, some video you being on set.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That was pretty dope.
I mean, I don't even watch the TV show, but I just thought it was tight. You just being,
I like that shit because I like
showed the outside of the studio.
Yeah, and that's why I like videotaping, because people don't know like all of that shit. Like I can't watch TV the same now that I know what goes into making a movie.
Really?
I cannot watch TV the same.
That's
I can look at it. I have to take myself out of it. Or it has to be something I really want to watch. But you take yourself out of it because a lot of it is stop, background reset, repeat. Like it's over and it's repetitious. It's repetitious. Nothing in it is natural, and that was what would really fuck y'all up. Especially if y'all smoke weed. You know, you watch TV, sometimes you smoke and you kind of just trip out to what the fuck you watching. If you knew that none of that shit was natural, none of it, absolutely none of it was natural movement. Every single thing from where a cup is placed is rehearsed.
So
Everything.
how many takes do you need for like?
Sometimes you get asshole directors that want to go and repeat and repeat. I mean, perfection till you perfect it. Then sometimes you have some that get in, and a lot of it relies on your actors. Everybody plays a role, so it has to kind of be like the wheels got to be oiled.
Yeah.
If it's one bad monkey, everything is delayed. You can have people working on a scene for 2 whole days, and that's a fucking nightmare.
That sounds awful.
But you're getting paid, so.
Sounds super interesting.
Craft services is the devil. It's like this whole table full of every food that you could possibly think of. And then there's another table with every snack. Like they had 13 boxes of donuts when I got there this morning. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all really trying to fuck me up. Like, I mean, big ass boxes, not dozens, but dozens times 2 big family size ass boxes of like just stacked to the ceiling. And then towards the end,
why do
like
you think
apples
that's
and
so
oranges and
popular?
shit. What's that?
Donuts.
I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, they're fucking delicious. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
that aspect of it. Okay, that's the standout reason.
Yeah,
But like, but we all know that's not the option in the morning for breakfast. Like that's not what you want to eat for breakfast.
at all.
When did steak and eggs become donuts?
Yeah, right?
Right. That's a good question.
You know?
Uh,
Like you show up to work, dude, and it's a normal thing. Like at least at the lab I used to work at.
They just have them there. I
Normal
think
thing
because
for
it's
somebody to just show
sugar
up
and
and
it
buy
gives you
everybody
energy.
donuts.
It's quick energy. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of. Because on a movie set, they have them like just like paper towels and forks. Like
God.
donuts every goddamn way. And then towards the end of the table is the fruit.
Uh-huh.
Like, but at the beginning they have
But even
everything.
so, the fruit, although it is natural sugar, also a bunch of sugar.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's like hash browns?
Yeah,
Hash
right.
browns?
Like, can I?
You
Not
get
even-
that sometimes at breakfast.
Hash browns are a
That'd be
bunch of
awesome.
carbs.
Dude,
but
you
like,
get anything. They have people that making omelets. You get people that making waffles. They have.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's what's
it's
up.
that's why craft services. It's like food. Like I mean, not even. It's like if your job catered, you'd be like, oh shit, work cater, like good food.
Would I be looked upon
This is like
unfavorably?
cater with no budget. Like
Oh
you
my
know what
God.
I mean? It's like cater it on crack. So it's everything. It's everything. And
What
you're
if-
just sitting there. A lot of times you're just sitting there waiting for them to call you or waiting for you to do something while they're filming. So you're sitting there.
it's so easy to just fucking.
It's just you just
Yep.
Make an omelet waffle sandwich.
oh my god! Don't even get me started.
I would
On
totally
all
do
the hot
that.
shit I done created up in there. I done took waffles.
What do you know about a bacon and cheddar omelet?
I done took waffles and put all types of shit on the inside, folded that motherfucker up, and walked around with it.
Like a taco?
Drizzled all types of, what's that, strawberry syrup and shit like that, powdered
hell
sugar,
yeah.
and just walked around. Put
Oh,
it in
it was
the
almost like a
microwave.
funnel cake.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All type. I mean, it's
Yum.
everything. You would get bored. You would get bored. It's every food that you can think of. If you got a call time that's in the morning for breakfast, every breakfast food imaginable is at your disposal. Lunch, every breakfast,
Honeycomb
every lunch
cereal?
food. It's like everything, any type of food, and then snacks. Upon snacks. Oh, you love it, Wes.
Oh my
Your
god.
snack fiction. They have to roll you
How
up.
lately?
I eat all the snacks.
I do eat all the snacks too. Lately, I've been trying
Oh
not
shit!
to.
Speaking of which, I hijacked a shitload of cookies that's in my bag in the car.
Did you? You should leave them. You should leave them in the car.
In the car.
You should
Just
in the
leave
car.
them.
Leave 'em in the
Are you
car.
having sugar withdrawals, man?
Dude.
I'm past that. But like I do get munchies still, so.
Dude, I can always
trying to
tell
get
when
these
you're
low
around
carb.
Wes, because it's candy and shit. You leave your trail, bro.
I know, huh? It's bad.
It's all good.
Do you want to do push-ups instead?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna get down. Instead of eating 30 grams of sugar, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups. For every 30 grams of sugar I crave, I'm gonna do 10 more push-ups.
How effective would that be in real life?
I'd do 100 push-ups by now.
Grand finale.
So if you had a Snickers, how many push-ups would you
Oh
have?
my god.
If you just ate one fucking Snickers.
I don't know, man.
You see what I found at work today?
What was it?
Holy water from Jordan River.
It was in like a plastic little bottle.
Hey, wait, so Instagram. Is every Instagram picture a picture of something that somebody took?
I found that in a drawer at work today.
From Jordan River. Did you keep it?
Hell no.
You didn't keep it?
Hell no.
Did you pour it on something?
No.
Why
I
not?
sniffed it.
You sniffed some holy water?
And it's not like up my nostril.
Did you want to see if they were like, if it was like really clear piss?
More or less, or like rubbing alcohol or something, you know?
Oh man. That's wonderful.
I think I'm gonna get rid of my Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't want to have a Facebook during an election year.
Tying your
And
political...
what's the point in just like unsubscribing from everybody except for like 3 people that
Oh,
I talk
you
to
don't-
on a regular basis? Like,
Is it because you don't want to go into political banner with people?
no, I just don't want to see all the negativity because it's like that's all it is. You know, it's just like
I think
So
you should
negative.
use it.
no, I'm over it.
Oh,
I already got rid of my Tinder and my Bumble accounts.
I also did the same thing. I'm not down with the dating services.
No,
But let me tell you this. How do you think one of the most effective ways of killing a forest fire is by doing what?
Cutting out the trees.
Setting backfires.
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So
sometimes
you want me to light my Facebook profile on fire? Is that what you're
Exactly.
telling me?
Exactly. No, I'm just saying that sometimes it's necessary to fight fire with fire, and you go out there and you see this, like I don't know if you saw the post about the kid with the missing eyeball who smoked 8 marijuanas
Was that
and
like
his
the
eyeball
Onion or
fell
something?
out.
What?
Well, it's a fake.
It's totally fake.
Okay.
It's
it
totally
has to
fake.
be.
It's
It has to be.
totally over exaggerated.
He smoked 8 marijuanas.
Right. He smoked a total of 8 marijuanas.
What's 8 marijuanas?
Exactly.
Can somebody please explain that to me?
Exactly.
That's
8
why.
marijuana.
That's why
That's
it's
why it's-
nonsense.
that's why it's
That's why it's a
funny.
nonsense
8
story.
8 bowls.
And
Doing
actually,
what you
it
do.
happens to be a picture of the fucking kid in The Walking Dead after he lost his eye.
I cannot deal with
Okay. And so you know, and what is it? It's you know, this kid lost his eye because he smoked 8 marijuanas or you know, whatever. I should pull it up and take a look at it, but it doesn't matter. But what is it? It's meant to fucking go out there and punch all those people in the face who see marijuana in a bad light. You know.
Yet, I guarantee you, people who aren't very smart saw that and they were like, "Oh my god, marijuana like did bad for someone." Probably somewhere in like Nebraska or Iowa or something like that.
I also agree with that.
And it's like, are so dumb that they can't even figure the real from the fake.
And that's okay too.
And I'm sure like if you were to click on that link and like read the article, it was just bullshit. You know, it was like an Onion story, right? But that's what I'm saying. That's how Donald Trump actually like is getting votes from people. You want some more?
Of course.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. I don't know. What social media do you use now more often? Twitter and Instagram now?
Twitter and Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose those are acceptable methods too. I just think that you should still be a part of the conversation just somewhere. I don't think you should totally fucking withdraw your attention. Although it is your profile, you do what you want.
I had an idea for like a grand opus, like write something. That just like it'd be a think piece / like humor piece as to why I'm leaving Facebook.
I've read so many of those.
And they always come back
every time.
No.
Yeah, bro.
I'm so over it. It doesn't matter. I have fucking. I don't need it.
I'd fine, but you don't need to fucking write a piece to everybody about it. I don't think.
Well, I was gonna write something funny.
You should write something funny. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be like, oh, this is why I'm leaving Facebook. I'm a turd. I don't know how to have any fun.
What, you're not drinking?
Oh, I don't know. No thanks, buddy.
What were you about to say? I don't drink? Because I heard the opposite. I heard you got fucked up on that trip, buddy.
Oh, I will drink.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You turned up. I was so proud of you.
I'll do it.
Wes did it.
I'll do it.
That's what's up.
If it's necessary.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Wes was like matching me when tequila shots.
That's what's up, Wes.
I'll get down. I don't give a fuck.
That's what's up.
I'm just kidding. I don't drink though. I really don't.
Yeah, very rarely.
Yeah, I know. That's why when I heard that you did, I was quite surprised.
Well, I mean, it should be, in my point of view, and for me anyway, the way it fits into my life, it should be that thing that is
celebratory.
Something that's only touched a few times. You know?
Moderation. Like,
dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, you know, and it's obviously it's not as damaging as say like
I'm kind of hungry, you guys. I'm gonna make some food.
I don't think it's as damaging as say like cocaine, for example. Like if you do too much coke, you know, or too consistently, your nose will fucking scab up and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like there's actual physical ramifications.
You know, the first 3 times I did coke, I didn't like it. The first time it made my nose drip so bad, I needed a tampon to plug up my nose. Like, it was so bad.
Really?
I had really bad nose drip. The second time I did it, I fell asleep. So that means I either had some bad shit or it was just not doing nothing for me. The third time I had it, I was in the bathroom in a stall at a party, and it was the best night of my life. So.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah. My friend was like, come in the bathroom, you need to loosen up. And I was like, what? What's this? He's like, it's like, okay. I walked back on the dance floor. I had a drink, and all I can remember telling you was that was one of the best nights
that was
of
an
my life.
awesome night.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, see, that's a great way to have a good time, I think, sometimes. If you're in the right mood for it.
All of those drugs, I'll experiment, but I can't do it. It's not, it has to be something going on. It can't be just me just sitting in the house. Like, weed is the only thing that I can do by myself or socially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, ecstasy, it's no way in hell you should pop a pill and sit around in the house. That's a waste of money. That's a waste of everything. Have you ever done experimental?
I have. I did it a few times when I was a kid, but I never had a really powerful experience with it.
Oh my god, it changed my life.
Yeah, it's all good. Shrooms pretty much changed my life.
And I lost about 10 pounds that weekend, so I was cocaine chic.
Yeah?
Yeah. Had a nice little figure.
Looking good, huh?
Looking real good. That is so bad. That is so bad, but it's the truth.
But it's all good.
It's the truth.
So bad, but it's all good. That's awesome. Cocaine chic. I never heard of that before.
Yeah, I haven't, but those are the only couple that I've done. I've done Coke, X, I popped Molly, and marijuana. That's it. All that other shit, K and meth and Tina and all that shit. That's too hardcore for me. I had a friend do that shit and came over my house and spent the night. That motherfucker sat on the edge of my bed and he talked so fast that they had him going. That's what scared me, because he was talking. And he was talking so fast, he was going over the words that he was saying. He was talking so fast. It was like before he could finish the sentence, he was at another word, at another word. And it was progressively getting fast to the point where it was just, and I'm looking at him, and I could tell in his mind, he's thinking he's having a full-on conversation with me. But I'm sober, and I'm sitting here looking at this moment, and it's just, I'm like, I'm not fucking with that shit. No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, that is some yucky stuff.
And then people do this shit called K. It's like horse tranquilizers or some shit I heard about.
I heard about that shit.
That's some next level shit. There's a lot of drugs out there I want to try, like acid and shrooms. I want to do that. Like, I like psychedelic drugs, like shit that make you feel like
connected.
You know, they
make you feel like a surf guitar.
That groovy tune, you know, and watercolors and kaleidoscopes. Like, that's the type of shit I want to feel when I do drugs.
Mine's more like Antonio Carlos Jobim. It's more like dun,
like, right. Whenever I want to do drugs, I want to feel like I'm in one of those iconic scenes from Scarface. Like, that's how I want to feel when I do drugs. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be somewhere slumped over and can't move. I want to feel badass and bossed up.
This city's like a big pussy, man. Just waiting to get fucked.
See? And there's not a lot of them out there. Coke usually wears off on me a lot faster than most people. I don't understand what that is. Because I've known people that can do just a little bit and be gone for a whole night. Like me, it's just like, it's like that. And it's done.
Yeah.
But I don't know the mechanics of like drug use like that. So I don't know. I drink a lot. So I don't know if I'm not supposed to drink when I'm, you know what I mean? Like, it's shit, all types of factors you have to take in. You know, you have to watch what you eat and when you eat and what you drink and how you drink and how you move and how you, all that shit. Like, no. It's too much.
Drinking definitely counteracts a little bit of the effects, I think. In my experience, anyway. I don't know what the science is behind it, but I know that when I was heavy into coke use a long time ago.
You were heavy into it?
Fuck yeah! There was about a year of our lives. We all lived up in Lincoln, for a year of my life, I lived up in Lincoln, and we had a good connect.
You guys go like 8 balls every weekend.
A good steady connect. Yeah, I always had close to it.
Christ.
There was a period where I always had it, like, so. At any rate,
your sex life should have been through the roof.
No,
because I know chicks right now that if they heard you say that, they'd be all over you like, "Are we going home with you, Wes?" Like, they would be so with it, like, for real.
I actually do that.
You'd be surprised at the amount of chicks that love coke. I mean, are into it, hardcore. I'm telling you, one thing I've learned, and that's why I'm so glad I've opened my mind up a little bit to the ways of the world and just dealing with people. You live and you learn, Wes, it's some freaky motherfucking people out here. Behind closed doors, people do shit you would not even fucking believe. And I have seen some of the most off-the-wall shit in my whole entire life. I mean, I'm only 21, but, you know, hard life for a kid. It's the hard knock life.
Yep.
But I'm just saying, people get into some really, really weird shit. I won't even say weird. Let me take that title out of it because that's subjective. Well, I may not be with it, but hey, if it rocks your boat, that's all good with me.
For real.
But, I mean, you just see shit. And, like, chicks love coke. Like, chicks go crazy over coke. Like, even the ones that say they don't do it, be the main ones. Don't let it be an after party and, yeah, we all came back to Caleb's crib and it's weed and a plate full of coke. Chicks would just be all over. Next thing you know, titties be out. It'd just be a whole different, like type. I'm telling you, chicks love coke. I don't know what it is with women and cocaine, but they go crazy for it. Like, it's a different thing. If you look at how men handle drugs with coke and women with drugs, women are more of an accessory to drugs. Men use drugs for power. Let's just put that one word out there. And I'm having this conversation with you, Wes, because I know you like to talk and you like to think.
Hell yeah.
Thought-provoking. Men use drugs and will use coke for power. It gives them a feeling, it gives them a rush, they feel like they're in control. Women are always the accessory to that. What reason do you know for a woman to just come home and pull out cocaine and smoke and snort it? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You never thought about that, did you?
That's a keeper right there. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. The day I find that, oh my God, I would get on my knees right now.
But I'm just saying.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying. But what woman do you know that comes home and just breaks out on the regular? Women are always, with any drug, except for maybe tobacco and marijuana. Anything after that, a woman is an accessory to. They don't have the wiring that we have.
Most often.
Most often.
Yeah.
Exactly. They don't have the wiring that we have to how we look at drugs and say, hey, let's do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How men's psyche and drugs play into one another. Women are always just the accessory. Right. So, with that being said, if you were to break out a plate of coke and it's 10 bitches sitting right here on this couch, I can guarantee you 6 of them will come sit on this couch with you.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you. And the other 4,
they'll be there later.
They'll be curious. And then there'll be 3. And it'll always be that one. She probably won't do it in front of anybody, but when y'all go in the room, she gonna get up and come over here. And the other you'll be like, I thought I had some coke in the morning. And then she gonna be gone.
Yeah.
You know? So that's just how it works. Chicks love coke. It's just something about it. Chicks love drugs, period.
Well, shit, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It really is.
This shit's off the hook.
Really is.
So was that third time you did it? The last time you did it?
Mm-hmm. It was the last time I did it. I was at a club in New York.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I had ecstasy, and I was just going, and it was just like the party just did not stop. It was in my head. In my head. And we went in the bathroom, and our boy was like, come here. And I was like, I couldn't have not done that at the most, like, coke in a bathroom in a club in New York. Like,
after already being on X?
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already living a high life. And, dude, all I can remember telling you is when I came out the club that night, people were hailing taxis to go to work. I was completely done. Like, my shirt was soaked to my chest. I probably danced the whole entire night away on top of things and people. I probably humped a brick wall. Dude, I had the time of my life. Like, that was one of the best. But see, drugs is one of those things where it's like a lot of factors play into your experience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything was clicking. It was my first time in New York. I'm out having a ball. I'm kicking it with my homies. We at this dope-ass club. The DJ is banging. Like, everything is just, like, playing into my psyche. And then it's like the drugs just... Oh, man. Kendrick on Ecstasy is like Batman to Bruce Wayne. I would talk a motherfucker out they draws. Like, I would get in your face and be like, you know what? It's just something that just comes over me.
Like Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Dude, you have no idea.
That's awesome.
That's one thing I like. That was one reason I started experimenting with drugs, because I was too monotonous as a person. and I needed to inject a wild card here. That like I need to work this shit out.
That's awesome. So you've not done any psychedelics though yet, huh?
No, I want to do mushrooms, and I want to do acid, but I want to do mushrooms before I do acid. Because I heard mushrooms is more of a euphoric, trippy, and I like that. I like drugs that send you on a trip. Weed kind of does that for me. It mellows me out, but if I like sit and let the weed take over me, I'll let my mind wander. You know what I mean? It just goes and goes and goes. But I want some psychedelic shit.
Yeah, shrooms. You can trip out visually and kind of have a body high all at the same time, and be super connected and drawn to like nature.
So is shrooms more of a body high or a head high?
Oh, I have always found it to be both.
Can you function? Can you move around? Are you stuck to the couch? Are
Yeah, I
you
totally function.
licking your hand and just like in love with everything? Like what's
Totally be able to function, but you'll become fixated on something and
I've had times on
easily.
shrooms though where I felt like I couldn't control my body at all.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Like I was just beyond drunk.
Can you drink on shrooms?
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, that I wouldn't recommend that. That probably would counteract number one.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. But it makes you super introspective. You see life from a different way. Like the last time I took shrooms, we were up in Oregon, my friend's little brother's house, and he lived in the second story, so he had a patio. And after we got all high on shrooms, I walked outside of the patio and hopped over the railing of the patio and just leaned over the edge, like almost trying to grab the tree that was just right, outside of my grasp. But I stayed there. I just stayed there for like an hour or two, just hung out on the outside of this balcony, just over, probably, it was only like maybe 15, 20 feet off the ground. It's not that far off the ground. But everybody kept coming outside and being like, "What are you doing? You need to be on this side of the railing, this side of the railing." I'm like, no. It's good out here. It's nice out here.
You was tripping.
Yeah, I was tripping hardcore, but I loved it. It was great.
Oh my God. I like that shit. I like the shit that you don't feel like no temperature. I don't want to feel no cold. I don't want to feel nothing on my skin. Like, I just want to be like...
Yeah. Just be super comfortable.
Just gone. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude.
Yeah, I want to
What I'm notorious for when I'm on shrooms, finding a pile of clothes or a pile of blankets or creating one.
He said,
he
said, or creating one.
And diving in that motherfucker, dude.
I love it. He said, or creating one.
Yep.
Dude.
A pile of clothes or blankets, dude, is gold, bro. You fucking, you bury yourself.
Oh, man.
And all this, and, only your head is poking out or only your eyes, and you're just super comfy. You feel like you're in the womb.
Dude, the receptors and all of that shit that's going on in that moment, like the clothes touching your skin, being in that moment. Like, yeah, that's a good trip.
You guys, I'm making some delicious food right now.
What the fuck are you cooking, Caleb?
We're about it.
Did you bring enough for the whole class?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sure was a good time.
Yeah.
I remember acid being almost purely visual. It's really heady. Anything that you feel is up here in your head. It's not, you don't feel, your body feels semi-normal.
I felt mentally very similar on acid and mushrooms, but acid I had more faculties, like, with my body. I was more aware, I guess.
Yeah, more aware. The visuals are different. Although I couldn't tell you, I couldn't describe how. But I definitely prefer shrooms. Acid is manufactured. Shrooms is natural. shrooms.
How long is the effect?
It depends on how much you take, but a lot of times anywhere from 6 to 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
When you come down, do you sleep? Is it like ecstasy?
When
know,
you
the
come
next day
down, you're wide
toast?
awake. When you
Really?
come down, you're wide awake until you get it, until your body flushes it enough from your system to be able to fall asleep. But studies have shown that psilocybin is known to promote neurogenesis.
The creating of neurons?
The creating of new neurons in the brain, which they thought was impossible.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Just goes to show you that fucking war on drugs is bullshit.
Word.
Like speeding, for example. Let's think about speeding.
Speeding as in drug speeding?
No,
Getting in a car.
like getting a ticket, right?
Okay.
So, if you get one of the new like Chevy Silverado trucks these days, or like I think the Toyotas have it too. They have GPS, automatic GPS on the systems, and on the screen, the onboard screen will tell you what the speed limit is of the area that you're in. Okay. And so literally when the speed limit changes, like say, you get off the freeway and you jump into a residential zone, it'll go from 65 miles an hour, more than likely, whatever freeway you're on, to 35 miles an hour, right? On your dash. You'll see it change, right?
And garlic, though.
I smell it, dude.
But my question is this. If they really wanted you to not go over the speed limit, and yet they have the capabilities to put it on the dash what the speed limit is and notify you what the speed limit is, but they don't want you to go over that amount, right? That's what they see, the speed limit, the maximum speed, maximum miles per hour or whatever, right? MPH, miles per hour. If they've got the technology to be able to tell you what the fucking speed limit is no matter where you are in America, and they've got the technology to not allow your car to go any faster than that speed.
That is very true. It's very true.
Right?
It's very true. I agree.
Now, I'm not saying that they should limit us all to the speed limit, but what I am saying is they go around, they give us this limit, right, knowing that we're all going to go over it, right? Well, so much so that they have to remind us on our dash.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah, well, you should, this is the speed limit you should go. But if you go over, I'm going to fucking ticket you, right? And if you don't pay that ticket, I'm going to issue a bench warrant for your fucking arrest. And if I catch you, out and about, and I run your name, and you got a warrant, I'm gonna kidnap your motherfucking ass and hold you overnight until you meet my motherfucking friend we call the judge, and he's gonna tell you that you owe money and shit, and he's gonna make you sign some sort of promise or whatever. And if you don't pay that, we're gonna issue another warrant. We're gonna kidnap you again. And we're gonna keep doing this over and over again until eventually you end up paying or you end up staying.
No, that's absurd.
Oh fuck yeah, it's not.
That's just absurd.
That's
All
crazy.
Repetitious. One time is enough. Like, okay, I was with you. One time is enough. You keep doing that shit over and over and over and over again. What the fuck does that solve? Other than the city getting richer.
Yeah.
They're making all that money.
I don't know. It's just weird for me that they've got the technology to be able to tell you what speed limit is, but yeah, it's like if you really fucking for our safety, it was truly safer for us to all fucking drive not more than this speed limit. Then just make the cars not be able to drive any faster than that. Which I think we're almost there anyway.
Yeah.
Dude, they got Tesla cars. You straight up get in your car, plug in the address, dude.
It takes you there.
It'll take you there.
Wow.
It speeds up, it slows down, it turns, it lane changes.
That don't surprise me, dude. Technology is a beast, man.
Are you guys talking about self-driving cars?
Yeah.
They had this thing on that I was watching on the news. They were all for it, and then for some reason somebody complained, and then they was doing the pros and the cons of it. Like these two ladies, they took these two ladies on a ride in one of the cars, and so they had the ladies give their, what they liked, what they disliked about it. One of the ladies was like, she was a little nervous, but the car was able to stay in lanes and change lanes. She was like, as a model for driving, the car did everything that it was supposed to do. She said her only concern was the fact that it doesn't prepare you, technology doesn't make you prepare for life's situations, which I kind of agree. Like, there's no way you can predict, like, a tree falling in the middle of the road. You know what I mean? And obstructing your view. You can have the technology in your vehicle to detect an object has fallen in place of whatever sensor or camera, you know what I mean? But it's not life I'm for it in a theoretical sense, but in reality, it's kind of like you can't prepare. What if I'm driving, you have this car driving on the freeway and an earthquake hits? Like, you know what I mean? And it shakes, like, you have to have those things programmed. Like, it's just certain things you need humans to do.
Yeah.
It's just certain, you can't, we are good at being able to predict or being able to move or navigate for those type of changes. The computer is only programmed so far. And the guy that was defending the self-driving cars was saying that with the rate that technology is advancing, we can preempt or pre-program those things into the car. But that will take time. Humans already know how to do that. You know what I mean? You still have to that's going to have to be something that evolves just as mankind has evolved.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Until it gets to a point where it's self-sufficient, so to speak. I don't know. I'm keen for the idea, but in the big scheme of things...
5 minutes.
What are you making in there?
Just some stuff. Some meatless Philly cheesesteak sandwiches on sourdough bread.
Meatless?
Yep. It's grilled onions, garlic, mushrooms.
Everything but the...
Monterey Jack cheese.
I smell it. It smells good.
Mediterranean herb feta cheese. Tapatio.
It's a hippie sandwich.
It's a fucking hippie sandwich and it's gonna be delicious.
It's a hippie witch.
5 minutes. It's gonna be a really bomb hippie witch.
I think we just coined a new term.
Yeah, bitch. Hippie witch.
Kep, you should make a sandwich store called Hippie Witches.
I like it. And we can cater to the Wiccan crowd. What do you think?
I fucking love it. What other types of sandwiches
I'm not
would you
dealing
make?
with y'all two in high talk.
What? I've got the hair. I look like Professor Snape when he was back in his fraternity days.
What other types of sandwiches would you make?
I would make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with Fritos on it.
Fritos? Chili cheese Fritos?
Corn chips, the curved ones.
Oh, okay.
But you maybe like crunch them up a little bit.
The Taco
Maybe
Bell
I'd
beat you
patent
to
like a
that.
special sandwich crash that like crunched up the Fritos but still preserved like the structure of the bread. Yeah, when they're cooking like patty melts, they throw that like burger iron on it so it like flattens it out on like a flat top grill.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think you guys are in for something really special with these sandwiches.
I can't wait.